Hey guys, welcome to Sarah Abbott Life Coaching. My name is Sarah Abbott and I'm the life coach here. Welcome to the second video in my weight loss series, how I lost 50 pounds with the Enneagram. Today we're going to talk about how I lost the 50 pounds and the secret that successful people have to reaching their goals, which I learned on this journey and was backed up by this amazing book called Hope Rising, How the Science of Hope Can Change Your Life. Such a great book. Okay, so last week I shared how before I understood the Enneagram, I was trapped, like we all are. If you don't know your personality, then the personality is the puppet pulling your strings and you just do what the personality says and it's not smart. So that's how I was, living in excess, gaining 50 pounds in 12 years. Not what I'd recommend. I kept asking myself, what's it going to take to change? And then I didn't change. But finally, what it did take to get me to change was cascading health effects that ended up in a terrifying breast cancer scare. And I will give you some life coaching advice right now. Don't wait for a cancer scare to get healthy. But I digress. That's good advice I recommend you take. I wish that somebody would have told me that before I had to go through 6 months of a breast cancer scare that was absolutely terrifying every single day. Okay, I mentioned last week I lost 20 pounds with Weight Watchers, which is that was always my go-to, and I loved it even though I was hungry all the time. And so anyway, but they have free foods, which does work for an Enneagram 8. That was really important to my mentality. But then I plateaued. And then I went through the cancer scare. And then I was like praying. And I was like, God, I want to get to health, but I need your help because I don't know how to eat. And ask and you shall receive. He answered me. And here's how he answered me. This diet kept showing up. I did not pray out loud. So Facebook and my phone were not eavesdropping on me. Nobody knew that I was praying. Only God. But in my Facebook algorithm feed, I started seeing this diet I had never heard of before called Trim Healthy Mama. And I saw it on blast like every 5 seconds. And I love how Oprah describes how God works, and I agree with it. First, it's like he throws a pebble at you to get your attention, and then like a stone, and then pretty soon like boulders. So that's exactly what happened. This diet just wouldn't go away. And I was like, oh, this might be the diet God wants me to try. So I tried it. I will tell you, Trim Healthy Mama was an adjustment culturally for me. The women who created it are geniuses, but they're very different. They have really, really, really large families, and they're from, I think, New Zealand or something. I secretly call them in my house the sister wives, and I secretly call it the sister wife diet, even though I think they're great. But they're sisters, so it's not that far off. Anyway, once I got over this cultural shift, I was like, this diet is a genius. I'm not getting any money from them at all. I'm just telling you what worked for me. So God answered my prayers. He told me to eat this way, and I started it. I started just making little changes because I was afraid to leave Weight Watchers. It was always my go-to, and I was kind of like trapped in this mindset of like nothing else will work, even though I was stalled on Weight Watchers, and it got 20 pounds off, but it couldn't get me the rest of the way, at least with me abusing the free foods, which is what I was doing because I'm an Enneagram 8, prone to lust and excess, right? So anyway, I stalled out and I started eating the Trim Healthy Mama way, and it worked right away. And I couldn't even believe it. And then on top of it, I've always had like really bad hangry blood sugar issues. I have not had that. I do not, if I'm eating like on their plan, I'm not hungry till a meal, and it's appropriate hunger. It's not like I want to devour something. So they're really into like keeping your blood sugar stable, which has really helped me. And I'll just tell you the gist of the diet, but you should just find it for yourself. It's called Trim Healthy Mama. They have a website and books. The basic premise of it is that you just separate carbs and fat in meals, three or snacks 3 hours apart. So they constantly talk about food freedom. That is what I love about it. It's just like, so for breakfast, you might do low carb. And then if you want carbs, eat them at lunch, but don't eat that much fat. And there's more rules in this, but it's very simple. Check out their website, check out their book if you want to know more. I'm just giving you a baseline version here. And this diet started working for me immediately. Like the first day I weighed in, I lost weight. So that was super exciting. Now, I was giving you a taste of what's coming, which is, I'm going to talk about pathways. So this book is amazing. Hope Rising, How the Science of Hope Can Change Your Life. And in it is a ton of research on how people reach their goals and keep hope alive on their journey, which is important, right? Like, it's hard to lose weight or reach any goal if you give up hope. And obviously, if you're a Christian, like, God is the source of your hope, but we do have tools here on earth that are very helpful, and this book gives you some of them. The number one thing I learned from that book, and I use it with all of my clients, is that successful people find multiple pathways to reach their goal. And I was learning how to do this even before I read the book. So Weight Watchers was always my go-to, but it stopped working, so I had to find a new pathway. That was scary. Like, I don't want to minimize that these life changes we make, finding a new pathway is a little bit scary. I have a client who has gotten into a really healthy state by riding her Peloton during the pandemic. And it worked out great because here in California, our kids were never allowed to go to school for like 18 months. And it was the stupidest thing on the planet. But if you were riding your Peloton at home, it gave you lots of time to work out. So I was meeting with my client the other day and she was like, kids are back in school, and now this precious Peloton time that she used to do, I think, let's say 7 to 8:30 or something, is gone. And so I was like, no problem. Let's brainstorm new pathways for you to stay healthy. And it might be a different time on the Peloton. It might be a different accountability partner who can meet at different times. It might be a different workout. It might be focusing more on your diet. There are multiple paths. In any goal you have, there's going to be a number of pathways to get there. The key is when your pathway hits a dead end, find a new pathway. That's what I did. So I went from Weight Watchers to Trim Healthy Mama. That was my first pathway shift. Actually, maybe the first one was giving up wine, which was not my idea, but I did it because God told me to. Second pathway was like Weight Watchers, and then when that stopped working, I hit the Trim Healthy Mama. And so that was started working right away. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen? Okay. Here is what I've learned about weight loss. You have to know what works with your wiring. So, Trim Healthy Mama works for me because you get to switch like carbs, low carb, carbs, low carb. Every 3 hours, you get to choose a new path. Enneagram 8, myself, I get bored. I get bored so fast. And so eating, let's say, paleo, after 2 days, I was like, I'm going to kill myself. This is too boring. But on Trim Healthy Mama, I don't get bored because I have the choice to switch it up. That is huge for my wiring. It might not matter for you. Speaking of that, if you want to know what your wiring is, you can hire me. Go to SarahAbbottLifeCoaching.com and I have a free 30-minute discovery session. And one of the tools that I give my clients is the knowledge of the Enneagram. Once you know your wiring, you can make actually informed choices instead of just doing what your friends are doing on Facebook. I tried that. It didn't work. And you guys, you're going to be thrilled. I believe you'll be as thrilled as I was once I learned the Enneagram with how transformative it was in every area of my life, including weight loss. Okay, why else did Trim Healthy Mama work for me? 8s don't do anything they don't want to do. If you're married to an 8, you're like, oh, that's so annoying. But it's so true. And so even on Weight Watchers, like you have to track. I was like, I'll just eat free foods because I don't want to track. And so the thing is, a lot of diets require you, like, oh my gosh, one of my friends did Noom. I was like, that's so much work. I would never do that. And so what I love about Trim Healthy Mama is you don't have to write anything down. You don't have to keep track of calories. You just keep these basic principles in your mind, separating fuels, carbs from fat, rotating, that kind of thing. And that's simple, and I was willing to do it. And knowing now, because of the Enneagram, that I can't pick a hard diet that sounds terrible because I won't do it because I'm an 8 and I won't do anything I don't want to do. So, huge learning. Thank you, Enneagram. Number 3, oh boy, Enneagram 8s, our sin or our vice is lust. Wouldn't you like to know what your vice is? It's very important to know. Anyway, mine is lust, which makes me excessive in everything I do. And sometimes I really like that, but sometimes it sucks, like around food. And so what I like about Trim Healthy Mama, what works for me and my wiring, is that portions are not limited. Hallelujah. Because I cannot, at least where I am now, Someday I'm going to shed this 8 wiring and just be the essence of who God made me. But for right now, I am not somebody who can just limit my portions and not feel catastrophically upset by that. So, and I just won't do it because I just don't want to do it. So that works for me. Thank you, Trim Healthy Mama ladies, for helping people like my brain succeed on your diet. The recipes, they have 2 cookbooks. The recipes are really good. There's one I hated. The whole family hated it. It was like salmon chowder. I wanted to like it. No, that was a failure. Every other recipe has been good. Everyone. I mean, I don't even know. It's like amazing. And so the other thing is, I told you those ladies have really big families. And so I always, when I make a recipe, I just double it. Because it's like, you know what? Leftovers are great for lunch. And now I don't have to like make a sandwich for anyone. And so this diet, just automatically, the recipes are for big families. And I love it. So I make the huge portion, even though I only have 2 kids. And then we have leftovers and lunches are made and blah, blah. It's like amazing. I just like love that part of it. The other thing that I love about Trim Healthy Mama is I actually love to cook. I make a bunch of recipes that I love, like Barefoot Contessa's weeknight bolognese, and my family's, we call them Norwegian tacos. I don't know, it's so weird. But anyway, I am not the kind of person who's willing to give up those meals, but with Trim Healthy Mama, you can just modify them. So you can't eat meat sauce with pasta like on plan, but I can sub out pasta noodles with konjac noodles. They're at Costco. They're called Healthy Noodle. Oh, I really like them. And they taste like pasta-ish. And with the meat sauce, like whatever. I can make bolognese and the family has pasta and I have my healthy noodles and I still lose weight. Can I get an amen? Like that is amazing. Same with the tacos. It's like, you know, meat and whatever. And I can just use low carb tortillas and cut back a little bit on the beans. And now I can still eat my Norwegian tacos that I love, that I've been eating since I was like born. And I just think that's like really great. I love the freedom in that. Okay, here is another thing that's huge for me. Okay, I don't know about you, because if you're not an Enneagram 8, then you might not have this problem. But I am prone to black and white thinking. And so when I was on Weight Watchers or any other diet, I had this catastrophic black and white thinking of like, oh no, I overate my points. I went out to lunch with a friend, I blew my points, and now the day's ruined. So I might as well eat whatever I want and just get back on the wagon tomorrow. Worse, if my weigh-in day was Friday on Weight Watchers, then my stinking thinking might be like, oh, it's Wednesday and I totally blew my points. I'll just get back on the bandwagon on Friday, which meant 2 days of bad eating. And this is how I got stuck. This wiring right here, what's between my ears, made me stuck. And so with Trim Healthy Mama, you eat your meal, 3 hours later, reset, start your new meal. So I do blow it. For instance, I personally think that when the family orders pizza, that is a great way. It's a great choice to just eat pizza. Real pizza. Not fake pizza with cheese crust. Just real. So, fine. Blow it on pizza night. Doesn't matter. Get back on the wagon the next meal, which would be the next morning. That has helped me so much because I don't get into this self-sabotage, black and white thinking mindset that was killing me on every other diet. And this works for me because I, as an Enneagram 8, so all the different Enneagram personalities, and this is huge, you guys. You learn what your orientation to time is. Mine is future. I live in the future. Everything's future. Future is all I think about. What's next into the future. And so a lot of my friends can lose like 50 pounds in 2 months with keto. Let's just say keto because that's what everyone does. Cool. That was never going to work for me. The minute I even think about trying on a crash diet, or used to think about it, I don't think about it anymore, my mind would be like, but what about after that? Knowing I cannot eat keto, just me, I'm not speaking for you, but for me, even if I could do it for 2 or 3 months and lose a lot of weight, I know I wouldn't do it one day more because to me, that's no way to live. Like, no thank you, just eating fat. So, or, mainly eating fat. So I was always like, this won't work because the minute I lose the weight, I'll be like victorious for one day. I'll go back to my normal ways and get fat again. I don't want to do that. And so understanding my wiring, that I'm always thinking about the next thing, the next phase, helped me realize like the diets most Americans choose are short-term And that's just not working for me because I'm obsessed with like, yeah, but what about after that? And it gives me anxiety to think I'll lose the weight and just gain it back. I cannot, I've done that once, and I swear to God, my goal in life is to never do that again. It's a terrible feeling. So, Trim Healthy Mama works for me. That's why. If you learn your wiring, you're going to be amazed. And I can help you. Go to SarahAbbottLifeCoaching.com, book your free discovery session. I can help you by learning the Enneagram and giving you the tools that life coaching can give you to help you just understand how you're wired so you can make your own choices for freedom. So, for instance, maybe you're an Enneagram 1, and Enneagram 1s might be, and I don't know this for sure. Again, this is like something you're going to have to figure out for yourself. But that might be a personality type that's much more inclined to enjoy a 1,000 calorie diet, which I have friends who've done that, and I would kill somebody. But if you kind of like have a critical voice and are inclined to enjoy depriving yourself, then that might work for you. It would not work for me. We have to know our wiring. So if you're somebody who is not prone to excess, then maybe Weight Watchers is the perfect food for you because you're not going to overeat the free foods like I did. Great, good to know. Like, learning your wiring can make all of the difference. So I didn't write it down, so don't quote me on this, but it took me about a year to get off another 25 pounds, maybe 20, something like that. And I was thrilled. Thank you, Trim Healthy Mama. I finally found a way. Thank you, God, who told me about that diet, which I literally never would have found on my own, because it helped me get so close to my goal, but I wasn't there. Then in June, I started having like weird shoulder back pain, like pretty bad. I think it's because I didn't really wear a good bra the entire pandemic because I was at home, so why would I? And then when we went back to real life, I started putting on real bras, and I started getting like nerve pain from my gigantic over-the-shoulder boulder holder bra. And it was really painful. And so I actually talked to the doctor, and she's like, it might be time for breast reduction. And I was like, yes, I want to do that. But I knew I wanted to do it as a reward for hitting my goal. And also doctors kind of make you be at a really healthy weight to do that surgery. And of course, if you're going into surgery, you kind of want to be a healthy weight if you can. So I was like, it's June. I want to have this surgery at the end of summer, and I want to hit my goal before then. And so I was like talking about that 24/7 around the house. And my husband, who is a professional, well, not anymore. He used to be a professional soccer player. He's a fitness fanatic. I was like, do you have any ideas how I could shed this last, like, I think 7 to 9 pounds or whatever it was? I don't remember. I'm not really that much of a numbers person. And he was like, yeah, because I've talked before, I love slow jogging. And I'll actually put a link below in the notes about slow jogging. It's changed my life. I love it. Me and my pug love our slow jogging. But anyway, he was like, you could just increase like once or twice a week, do an hour jog instead of 30 minutes. And I was like, I don't want to do that. But then I was like, darn it, that sounds like a new pathway. So here's the thing. Successful people choose a new pathway to reach their goal. Trim Healthy Mama was still working. Not drinking wine was still working. I kept those two pathways going, but now I'm adding an increase in exercise. My husband he says my slow jogging is great because it keeps you in the weight loss fat burn zone. I just know I like it and my knees don't hurt, so that's a win-win. But I decided to give it a try for the summer. I was like, I have time. We're just sitting around anyway. So I increased, I think I did like 3 days a week, 1 hour jog. Super slow. You guys, my miles are like 18 minutes, okay? Many people on my route walk faster than me. Old people. So that's not the point. Slow and steady wins the race. But I decided to do it for a whole hour. I got a bunch of audiobooks and podcasts loaded up, and I just did it. And it started helping me notch up a little faster because I'm a turtle loser. Like, it's just slow, I think, because of perimenopause. I don't know. So that was another pathway I started. And then I also actually at the same time signed up for weight loss coaching, and that was with Coach Becky. She's a Trim Healthy Mama coach. I'll put her link below. Again, I'm not making any money. Nobody even knows. Coach Becky does not even know I'm talking about her. But I, at the same time, increased my jogging, and I kept on Trim Healthy Mama. I decided to hire her for a summer coaching session, which was an investment in myself because I wanted to reach my goal, and I was so close, but I needed a little nudge, and she taught me some really cool things. One of the things I learned that was really, really true is that for my body, if I really want to crank up my weight loss. I have to be careful what kind of fat I eat. The more saturated fats slow down my weight loss. I still lose, but slower. And I wanted to lose faster because I had a doctor's appointment for the breast reduction coming up. So that super helped me. The jogging helped me. Excuse me. And I'm just so pleased that I walked into that doctor's office. Also prayer. I was praying, oh my God, you have to get me to this goal. I walked into that doctor's office at my goal. And it's like I was levitating. I was so proud of myself. And I was kind of worried that he'd be like, oh, why don't you try losing 10 more pounds? But he was like, you've done a great job. When do you want to have your surgery? And it was like, hallelujah. So anyway, again, to make a really short story long, that is my journey of pursuing multiple pathways to get to my goal. Now, when you set a goal, you have to remember that you're not 20 anymore. If you're watching this and you are 20, I hope you enjoy your metabolism. There's other things about being 20 that are kind of a bummer and really hard, but the metabolism is pretty good, so that's fine. If you're older, like me, I'm in my mid-40s, then you have to realize your weight loss goal might need to be recalibrated. Some people, I follow this amazing woman on YouTube, Madame Chic, the Daily Connoisseur. Oh, I love her. She has so much grace and beauty and sophistication. But I watched her, she used intermittent fasting to reach her goal. That worked with her wiring. But she's back to her like 20s weight. And even the doctor she interviewed, the obesity doctor, was like, wow, nobody can do that. So I felt really validated that my goal is a new 40-year-old goal. Okay, it's not where I was when I was 20. Could I lose more? Probably. I'm going to eat Trim Healthy Mama the rest of my life, so maybe more will come off. In fact, I invite it to do so. And I think next summer I'm going to do my long jogs again because I actually really liked it and it was kind of fun to change things up. So who knows, maybe, I don't know where my body's going to land, but I have hit my adult Sarah goal and I feel elated. And I just wanted to share with you how learning the Enneagram and learning about my wiring helped me reach my goal. If you want to work on your wiring, go to sarahAbbottLifeCoaching.com and book your free 30-minute discovery session, and we will chat on Zoom and just talk about like what tools life coaching might be able to offer you, including the main one is learning the Enneagram. And then, just see if perhaps you can get unstuck with these tools and move towards the life that you've dreamed of. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please press like so I know what people like, and subscribe because we'll be back next week. Next week, I am going to talk about more about what I've learned about weight loss and how it might help you. Take care. Bye-bye.